Mills here, and it's great to be back on my podcast. Not done any podcasting for a little while now, which is terrible, but I do apologise for that, but it's good to be back today. So, today my podcast is called The Only Reason Businesses Go Bust, and it's a little bit provocative, that, and I'm sure there are actually many reasons, but I do believe they all come down to this one. In other words, if you could get this one thing cracked, then all the other reasons would disappear. So you hear accountants telling you that it's all about cash flow and making sure you understand the financial side of your business. There are operational reasons, no doubt, not getting the work done on time and, things like that. And then there are sort of marketing reasons, not getting enough people to your website and so on and so forth. But ultimately, it comes down to one thing. You must sell enough of your products consistently and at a level that is profitable. You've got to make enough profit on each product or service, and you've got to sell them in quantities that are sufficient. And that's it. We've got to get enough sales. Now, when I'm producing this podcast, there's a time where there's heck of a lot of uncertainty around. We've come through the lockdown and things are starting to get back to normal. There's people out here right now saying, we're going to have a double dip. There's going to be an economic downturn. We're going to go back into lockdown and so on and so forth. And do you know what? All that may happen. I don't know. I can't tell you whether it will or it won't. But one thing I will tell you is that right throughout the lockdown and now and going forward, no matter what happens, no matter how much of a financial downturn or recession or whatever we go through, I'm going to be out there trying my best to create as many sales for my business as I possibly can, so that I can feed myself and my family and make sure that we have all the things that I and my family want to have. So I'm going to be out there doing my best. What are you going to do? Are you going to be someone who sits back and hopes that it's not too bad? Are you going to be someone who thinks, well, there's no point doing anything because there's going to be a recession and it's all going to be terrible? Or are you going to make sure that your business is in the best possible situation, no matter what happens, whether there's a recession or not, whether there's a double dip or not, whether there's an economic problem or not? I think you owe it to yourself, to your employees, to your customers, to your suppliers, to your family, to your friends, and actually, do you know what? To the UK economy or world economy. We're going to have to fight to get over this. And, what we need to do, I believe, is to, as my old boss, Colin Deaton, used to say, get selling. He used to say to me, get selling, Steve, and make sure that you don't miss a trick. Now, he didn't mean that you should be tricking people. He meant that you mustn't miss an opportunity. And that's really the message of this podcast. Are there leads that you've not followed up properly? Are there past clients that if you call them, perhaps you could turn them into current clients? Are there current clients you could sell something else to? Cross-sell, upsell. There's a huge amount of opportunities out there. You've just got to become better at taking them. So if you want to know more from me, and you think, do you know what? This Steve Mills guy seems to be making sense, then I'd suggest there's two first steps. One would be to book a meeting with me. You can do that on my website, which is www.stevemills.co. Go to that site, or If you don't want to do that, then I strongly recommend that you attend my webinar. It's actually not so much of a webinar, it's more a online sales and marketing training. So it's, I've just said to you, really you need to get more sales in, and on the webinar I'm going to talk to you about how to do it. So again, if you want to attend that, then simply go to www.stevemills.co. You'll see a big orange button, press it, and then fill in your details and get yourself signed up to the webinar. It's totally free, and you'll be very welcome to attend. Thanks very much for listening.